seeing somebody fall, right, because they caused it themselves has never been more fun. Seeing people that are sweeping for this drug addict and trying to make him sympathetic has never been more fun. What we're about to see right now. Okay, we're gonna see a couple copes. Okay, we're gonna see a couple copes. We're gonna see that 1 hour special of sorts. You know, just a little bit, right? Because it was like 3 hours. We don't want to go for too long today. I want to go for a very short amount of time, if anything, right? So I'm shooting for like an hour, maybe a little more than an hour, but yeah, just like that. And these will be made into videos, right? Of course, because there's, you know, short little things to talk about. So we'll just kind of skim through it a little bit right now. One of the things that I wanted to see, it's like at this point, it seems like the Jannies are coming out, right? One of the Jannies here is this thought over here. Grifter Supreme, that Star Wars, Star Wars, I'm sorry, Star Wars girl. What a quirky name, ladies and gentlemen. Quirky. So this person is a grifter from the Flashcast as well. You know, these grifters is so fucking weird. So they'll 1 second they'll say that like a 30-year-old with a 16-year-old is pedophilia, and then if it's like Russell Brand or something, they'll say that it's not pedophilia. I'm pretty sure this person has flip flopped on those like twice, which is hilarious because nobody's gonna point out that inconsistency, at least to a level where it should be. Like, she's not gonna get called out on Flashcast for that. Why would she? You know. But it's kind of like what I've told you, right? I told you that everybody has like a time and a place for it. Otherwise, you sweep. You just sweep. And this is a major kind of sweeping here right now. Well, you can tell from the wording, right? So again, this will be made into its own video, but I just want to skim through it real quick. So they go ahead and they say, "Let me get this straight. You and your wife are both..." So she's talking about Nick's mistress over here called April. She's talking about the mistress's Cuck husband, which is, you know, hilarious. This scenario even played out this way. This is the couple that Nick and his wife got involved with, and they started doing, you know, a bunch of drugs and a bunch of swinging and blah blah blah. But remember, Nick Rekieta said the swinging wasn't true and the Kiwi Farms was just lying about that and yada yada yada. Well, come to find out, nope, you were a swinger. And I even told you, I even told a bunch of people in that that one stream that I did, which Elisa went ahead and they you know, posted the clip, you know, so that's good. I told you. Yeah, he was swinging since like Weeb Wars. I told you he was doing this with Gothic Sushi. He was trying to. He didn't do it. He didn't manage it because she turned him down, which is fucking hilarious in itself. But yeah, this was an attempt, and yeah, once again, Sten is right again. So there it is. You know, let me put it this way: if I say something about Nick, chances are it's going to be accurate at this point. I mean, how many more times do I have to say he did this and then it gets proven, and then he did this and it's gonna get proven? And you know, even my worst presumptions about this guy are gonna probably be accurate. So there's that. But let's read the Cope post and the defense for Nick. I think, funny enough, out of everybody, the one that's been doing the least sweeping, well, it is probably the Umbrella guy, which is kind of hilarious in itself as well. But I think he's been doing like the least sweeping, which I think that's pretty funny and pretty like wild in itself. But you know, let's see what this bitch has to say. Yeah, so let me get this straight. You and your wife are both swingers. You latch onto a famous couple, willingly use them for clout, and engage in... You mean the way fucking Nick used Vic Mignogna for clout, bitch? Okay, this is what I'm talking about right here. It's like the wording and the fucking idiots that actually buy this shit. It's like everybody uses everyone on the internet for clout, you fucking wench. You literally say that... Okay, 30 and 16 is pedophilia. But if it's Russell Brand, you know, the person that could get you clout, you dumb whore, all of a sudden you change to, well, you know, it's different. What an idiot. Oh my god, I hate the fucking grift. I hate the E-Celeb grift because of how willingly, like how they're so predatory that they take advantage of the stupidity of the average person on the internet, right? I hate them because literally these people are literal predators in that sense, right? It's fucking disgusting. It's so predatory the way they take advantage of the stupidity of other people, and it's disgusting. And then she gets away with it. Not only her, but it's just like people of this nature in general. So again, this grifter is basically just trying to do damage control for Nick. You know, there is like to this guy, the Cuck is equally as responsible as Nick, right? Don't get it twisted. There is no real good party in here, okay? They all fucking suck. They all should have their kids taken away from them. That's a fucking fact. You know, Aaron, Nicholas, Kayla, that's Lady Rackets, April. No, you four don't deserve to be parents. I think Aaron probably would understand that and fold immediately because he is a cuck. After all, you know, he understands his position and his role. He is a tool to be used, and he will be used. And then, when his use is up, then he goes back to the ether. That's how it's going to be. And this guy over here, though, I want to show you what this guy's been doing. What is Nick Rekieta's priorities? Is it to go to rehab? Nope. Is it to make a public apology for his mistakes and coke addiction? Nope. What it is. Oh well, there's a bunch of shit here, but I think I pointed this out on the on my video. But here it is. Rekieta actually replied to something Medicare says. This is Medicare right here. Oh, it was to the Vic part. This one right here. This is what made Nick reply. Right, out of everything, this was the one that stung Nick the most. It was the comment about Vic Mignogna. So it wasn't Aaron the Cuck saying all this shit about like how Nick is you know, essentially, you know, doing all this cocaine and doing this shit to his wife and etc. etc. It wasn't all that, you know, fucked up shit. It was the Vic Mignogna thing that he decided to talk about, to address. It's like, I believe even like a woman over here was like, out of everything you're going to, like, this one, yeah, I think this is like Andy Worski's Babe or something. The only thing no one's talking about, you decide to respond to, and it's like fucking crazy. It's like that. And some people are like looking at this as like, because Rekieta says, yeah, right now this guy is a calculus equation as credibility approaches negative infinity. So in that, like, people are reading it like, who is Rekieta talking? Is Rekieta talking about Jim? You know, is he backstabbing Jim in like light speed? Some people are like, he's talking about Aaron the Cuck or whatever. Could be either or, to be honest. I bet like if Nick was thinking about calling out Medicare, he's probably gonna walk that back the next time he gets into a situation where they ask him, hey, were you taking shots at Jim? I guarantee you Rekieta is so ballless. Oh, and his dick doesn't work too. We'll get into that. But he's such a bitch. Rekieta's gonna fold immediately and be like, no, I would never make fun of Jim. I love Jim. Jim is great. Oh, Jim, I want you to roast me, Jim. Please fuck me up the ass, Jim. I'm Rekieta. My dick doesn't. It's like so fucking stupid, dog. Like this shit is. It's horrendous, man. Like this guy portrayed himself to be some fucking alpha male of the species and shit. Like he is even more of a disgrace than like Andrew Tate and fucking Sneeko and shit because of all the shit we heard. And again, it kind of goes to show that like the only thing Nick will comment on is the fucking Vic Mignogna part, which apparently Vic Mignogna is going to address Rekieta this on the 28th. I forgot where, but it's apparently going to be a stream, and on the 28th, Vic is going to address Nick, which I'm going to be interested in that. Now, if I'm to take a guess as to what Vic's going to essentially do, I'm going to figure that he's probably going to take the high road of sorts. He's going to probably do that thing where he's like, oh, I believe goodness in everyone, haha, or some shit like that, because I think he's even done that to his enemies or whatever. And he'll probably forgive Nick. He probably won't bury Nick, right? Because, I mean, fuck. That's just, it seems like that would probably be the smart move, and that's probably like the move that is more in line with Vic anyway. So that's probably what he's going to do. but that's on the 28th. I forgot where exactly you can get that, but there's going to be like a Vic Mignogna is going to stream about like his thoughts on Rekieta, and that's going to be on the 28th. So that's going to be interesting. But as far as it stands, it's like it seems like what we thought was like, you know, Nick would trash Vic a lot. He trashed his sexuality, and it said it wasn't his fault that that it was Vic's fault. So I'm guessing about regarding the case, right? You guys remember the infamous Weeb Wars case where basically Nick botched the entire thing. A lot of people were saying that Nick led Vic Mignogna to his doom because he was promising this, and that, and he was pushing Vic into the fucking lawsuit, essentially. And there was like some theory crafting, right, by skeptics and critics that were like, clearly Nick is just doing this as a grift, and he's just trying to push Vic into like a naive direction, into thinking that he actually has a chance with this. And that seemed to turn out to be the case, because there were a lot of people that were telling Nick that he was fucking retarded for ever thinking this was gonna work by ordering his hick lawyer friend or whatever, Ty fucking Beard, to help him out and use fucking Kiwi Farms as his main reference or some shit. It was stupid. It is just stupid. It's surprising that, and it just kind of like goes to show, like when I said that like everybody, like these grifters are predators on the fucking internet to the stupidity of the average person. It's like, yeah, because it's like I saw a streamer say, you guys all thought Rekieta was smart. And I was like, I did. But yeah, you're right. You're right. That's basically it. You present Rekieta, the drunk addict, you know, the failed father, as like somebody smarter than he is. It's all a perception game. This guy is an idiot. Like, he's smart in the sense where he's a good manipulator, but that's more like straight smarts rather than like actual, I have a degree and I'm smart and I can get it. Like, again, it's like, holy fucking shit. Well, let's look at some interesting clips right here. And this is one of the interesting clips. Apparently Nick Rekieta couldn't get his dick hard. So, you know, on top of all this shit, he's done so much cocaine and alcohol that now his penis doesn't work. So he needs, you know, something to get it up. That's interesting. Maybe that's why the introduction to the swinger lifestyle initially began. But let's just play this clip real quick.
Before, so don't worry, it's all good.
We do that. That's not the fun part of the story. The fun part of the story comes when April comes upstairs. Oh, no. As Kayla and I are making all kinds of noise and making snow angels and just being complete homos. April comes upstairs and she goes, guys, Aaron. I go, yeah? Do you have anything for Nick? We're having problems.
Oh.
That must have felt good for you. Huh?
No, I will tell you this, Ashton. Dude, I felt like shit.
So the Chad lawyer whose dick doesn't work is like, I mean, it's all just come full circle at this point, man. Like, his dick doesn't work. His life is falling apart. People want to say that this isn't rock bottom for him. You know, that he hasn't even hit rock bottom yet. And then they're like, well, like, if this isn't rock bottom, then I don't know, man. I guess we're only going to see more self-destruction from this point on, which is like, okay, fine, just let the internet feast, I guess. It's not going to affect us. It's just going to make it even funnier. It's going to be more content to cover, because that's what happens when you broadcast your fucking life for whatever reason 24/7, or you broadcast certain aspects of your life for a bunch of strangers on the internet to watch. I mean, this is probably going to be the end result, especially if you have a fucking crippling addiction and you let people like Kiwi Farmers get under your skin rather easily, right? Like, very easily, to the point where you're constantly looking at whatever the fuck they're saying. Yeah, that's not a good combination. That's like what happened with Ralph. That's why Ralph ended up being Ralph. Okay? Like, that's exactly what happened. There's this one. Nick Rekieta tried to press his wife and then steel toe and got laughed at allegedly. Let's see.
I don't know what it is, but it ends with April and I are upstairs and we hear shouting in our front yard, which is fucking embarrassing. You don't want your neighbors hearing a fucking domestic in your front yard. So April and I go out there. And Nick is yelling at Kayla going, hit me, fucking hit me, fucking hit me, fucking hit me. He's screaming fucking hit me at Kayla.
Yeah.
And
but those that don't know, Kayla is Lady Rackets. All right. That's who Kayla
I
is.
get Kayla separated from him. April gets Nick separated from Kayla. And I go, hey, get in the fucking house. Enough with yelling. And he looks at me. He goes, Aaron, you better get the fuck away from me right now. Now, I go about 6'4", 215. Nick's about 6'2", 140. I just got right in his face, laughed at him, and I don't know what it is, but
Oh my fucking god, dude. This is so this is so fucking cringe. Nick Rekieta told Dick Masterson that he was swinging. That's Dax Herrero.
I can't remember if he ever discussed it.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't give a shit about Dax Herrero. All I know is that he's a fucking weirdo. And apparently, okay, so there was like this whole like meme now that it's like the reason this happened is because Rekieta put on like a cursed Sonichu fucking necklace that was sent to him, and that, well, since Ralph put it on and his life went, you know, to shit, and fucking Christian put it on, his life went to shit, then it has to be like the curse of the fucking Sonichu necklace or whatever. So now Dax Herrero is asking for it, so, you know, maybe Dax Herrero will be the next person to get the curse, you know, if there even is one. So let's see, that's and this is our good friend Dax Herrero right there. This one is interesting. So Aaron is willing to testify in court against Nick Rekieta. That's him, Your Honor, the man who snorted lines of cocaine off of my wife's tits.
Been wild, but not surprising, to be honest.
I'm going to ask you again, just coming out of this break, are you planning on testifying in court if this should go to trial?
As Tommy once said in Shawshank Redemption, just give me that chance.
Whoa.
Wow. So, I mean,
I don't know how that's gonna work out for him too well, because I mean, I'm pretty sure, okay, whereas like as guilty as Nick is, pretty sure since this guy was like right there doing the same shit, I mean, wouldn't that be like bad for him? I don't. Again, I'm about as much of a legal expert as Nick Rekieta, so I don't know. So then there's Ralph. Ralph is trying to get in on this for some reason. I mean, look, you've heard the saying, you're the last person to be talking, so again, people generally think that applies to Ralph and stuff like that. So they just, I mean, for the most part, some of them are like, you can meme and say Ralph a male, you know, W and shit like that, but you know, it's just some food for thought. I think this one is kind of funny. So this is from the locals, I believe. There's been a bunch of leaks coming out from the locals and stuff. So this was today. Rekieta says a new live chat. Hey, the old chat is old. Here's a new one because I probably buried the old one. Lady Rackets and I are doing okay at the moment. Thanks for all the well wishes. There's a lot to be said and a lot being said that should be addressed at some point. Let me say this. Stories are always more complicated than they sound. Life is always more complex than it looks. Online chatter must, however, take a back seat to my current legal matters. Thank you all for believing in me, or at least supporting while you watch this unfold. I will be doing a stream soon, but it probably won't be today. All that will get clipped to oblivion, baby. I'll try and keep posting updates as appropriate. Again, see you soon. So there it is. There's Nick Rekieta's very touching speech, I guess. I mean, all I could say is that he's trying to delete evidence or whatever so that people don't archive him. But I don't know. I mean, why would you delete an old live chat right as like a controversy starts? It just doesn't really make sense unless you don't want people to dig more into your bullshit. Okay, I don't understand it. There was also this that happened. So like people thought that Nick, okay. And I think like the funniest thing is there's a little tip jar too. And all this shit. So Rekieta says he's not suicidal. Just FYI, I heard my last post was a little suicide sounding. I apologize for that. My last post was hopeful, not the world is stuck with me a while longer. There you go. There's Nick. All right, Nick. He's choosing. I don't want to change and stop being a selfish asshole. So my last act on Earth will be the most self-obsessed, selfish thing imaginable. This guy, man, this guy. I can't believe like people on LawTube are still like supporting this dude. There are more. I think Legal Mindset might have made a shitty fucking like a stream going over how Nick can be. I don't know. It's fucking strange. I'm starting to see more of these people other than Matt fucking Jarble come out of the woodwork and like legitimately trying to support Nick or whatever, in the sense of like, oh, he's clearly the victim, and it's like, all right, all right, if you think so. But this is Rekieta right here, liking tweets claiming that the search of his house by police is unconstitutional. This is just a straight up cope, because what Nick is saying basically is that he hopes that, like, he wish he didn't get caught. You know, Nick wished that he could just keep being an addict, you know, with the without the police getting involved, essentially. This isn't like Nick putting over the police like constantly when he's doing his shitty grifts and stuff, talking about how it's so great and they're America or whatever the fuck stupid grift shit he does. Like, it's so fucking dumb. And then you start seeing these things like live on air and how much of a fucking phony he's been all these years, and it's just fucking cringe. What the fuck? And then there's like that fucking weirdo Gator. Oh my god, Flamenco's best friend. And if the cops decide to charge Aaron too, he's fucked. How many crimes has he admitted to taking? I mean, sure, but like, again, like, I don't know. It's like, yeah, they're all fucked. That's why I said they all suck and they don't deserve to, any of them deserve to be fucking parents. Like I said, Aaron is a tool that is going to be used, that is meant to be used at this time. Nobody is going to remember Aaron in about a month after we get everything we need out of him. And that what we need is essentially just to use whatever to go at Nick or whatever, because Nick has been lying this entire time. In fact, his whole idea of Nick trying to say that, oh, Aaron the cuck that I let into my house and fuck my wife is not credible or whatever. It's like, there's this one tweet, I believe, that got retweeted here, but essentially what it was saying is that, like, Nick, you want to talk about credibility? Your credibility was dead after you lost the fucking whatchamacallit, the Vic case, or you fumbled that or whatever. All right. And I'm like, hey, he's not necessarily wrong, you know, but again, like, the smoke and mirrors had just protected Nick for so fucking long. Look, here it is. I freaking found it. But this person over here, it says, your credibility died with the Vic case. It's amazing to me you don't feel bad. You don't feel bad for embarrassing Ty Beard or Vic or Dick or Drexel. You don't care about your wife, your kids, your friends, or your friend's wife or kids. You're a bad man, Nick Rekieta. And like the comments themselves are like, I mean, fuck, dude. I might, you know what? I might just go over like the comments in themselves or the tweets, because this is just like, like I said, I want to make this fast, quick, and to the point. But this is like basically all the fucking could put these in videos, like just the screenshotting thing. I'm just so lazy with content creation now. It's like, why not just hook up an OBS and start talking about this bullshit, these bullshittery I say bullshittery tweets, but they're actually kind of bangers right now when they're fucking roasting the shit out of Nick. I just put this on full display, you know, make this a nice little quick thing everybody can digest, you know, a little live Twitter versus, right? Nobody wants to do that autistic shit where you go ahead and you, oh, gonna get 50 screenshots and put them together, guys, and make a script and talk. It's like, that's some Bo Black shit, bro. We don't do that. We don't pander to the autists here. Love you, Bobby. But yeah, right now this guy is a calculus. It's like, Nick, you're fucking mauling. You're become the people that you used to make fun of on the nets, you know, on the interwebs. And how sad is that? We got Josh Moon over here saying, can you afford postage for sending the medallion to Dick? I'll pay for the stamps. In reference to, you know, Dick Masterson, Dax Herrera. That is the umbrella guy making a diplomatic statement as per usual. And look, I mean, surprisingly enough, though, like, Noel has more likes on this, but whatever. Let's read what the umbrella guy has to say. Don't read into the online stuff, man. Focus on real life and sorting out what happens, or what happened, options, and getting you and your support. Then address it. This stuff can derail and drown you while you're like, it's again, like, I made a video today where it's like Medicare fathered Nick Rekieta or whatever, right? And it's like, Yeah, he did, right? It's like a 40-year-old cancer patient on death's door needs to be the voice of fucking reason because none of these other people can, or none of these other people wanted to, or none of these other people had apparently the magic power that Jim did in order to put it in perspective for this fucking coke addict. And now we he got fucking Tug, a 40-year-old as well. Another, I think he might actually be 50 or whatever, like a 50-year-old man fathering this 40-year-old man and shit. And it's like, Jesus fucking Christ. Did Nick actually have a father in his life? Or was this all like, did he just get his inheritance and just fuck off somewhere? It's like, do you really need these grown men to fucking like be telling you, another grown man, how to do things? Like, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing, pal? What's going on? What's going on? Put the bottle out and go live, big guy. And then we got Nick over here. Everybody's going crazy with the memes. It's amazing you have achieved Ralph levels of wisdom. Great job. It's all Jim's fault. And this is what I was talking about when I was like, I was referencing, I don't know if this was a shot at Medicare because Nick didn't specify whether he was talking about Aaron or whether he was talking about fucking Jim over here. Because he is quote tweeting Jim. Could very well be that he's taking shots at Jim. But at the same time, it's like, he could just be talking about Aaron the Cuck. So, you know, either or, it's still like, Nick, why you talking about this? What's wrong, buddy? Why aren't you doing what your friend Tug is telling you to do and get your life in order and shit? I mean, he can't even fucking, like, he's not even sweeping the way the Stargirls Wars build, blah, 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 blah. You know, that stupid thought that's there in the Flashcast that's used for eye candy. Yeah, she's not even, like, Tug isn't even sweeping the way that whore is, right? It's fucking insane. Like, I wasn't like, one of the biggest things I'll tell you is he's like, oh, he's the most manipulative, weasel, diplomatic person out there. It's like, Jesus, I'm not seeing it right now. He can't. Maybe he's been humbled. Maybe he can't anymore. Maybe he thinks that this would be like career suicide to try to attempt, given his position. But yeah, like he's not really, you know, helping Nick like the way that other people are trying to deflect their problems onto other people and shit. It's like everybody that's defending Nick right now they are trying to desperately deflect onto other people or deflect the problem onto, like, it's either the children at first, then they're trying to deflect it on the cops. Hilarious, by the way, coming from the right-wing e-grifters, by the way. And then now they're trying to deflect it onto either Medicare or fucking Aaron the Cuck. It's so fucking insane. These people are fucking retarded. Jeez, I haven't used the R word so much in such a long time because it hadn't need to be used up until now. But you look at this and this is the damn face of a fucking retard. And then you see people like the Star Wars girl and that's the face of a fucking retard. A fucking retarded whore on the internet. Jesus fucking Christ. And I know people like Kumalat love those. But come on, man. You gotta grow some self-respect. You gotta stop faking your own swattings to give to Kiwi Farms because they'll figure you out. Come on, Kumalat. You're getting kind of old. Maybe you should put on the Sonichu medallion and see how that goes for you. You know, everybody's talking about how Dax should put it on. I don't know. I think Camelot should put it on. I think that'd be more hilarious to see what happens there. But then let's keep reading more of these. Like... Hey, Nick, please allow yourself to take whatever time you need to take care of things. Online shit isn't real life and is... Oh, no fucking hell. Like, this... You're a lawyer, right? What would you tell a client who goes right to commenting on speculation online? It's, yeah, I mean, that's one of the things, right? I'm a lawyer, guys! My law degree! I'm a lawyer! Listen to me, guys! I'm smart! All my friends say I'm smart. Like, no, you're fucking retarded. I've known this for like 5 years. It's not hard to piece together. Everybody that's fucking, it's like, everybody that's made this perception of you being smart is
Then
like,
shut
they
the
need
fuck
to
up for a
have at
second,
least
okay?
25%
You're a
accountability
whore.
on that. Because you're
Here's a little
willingly
something to top off your
publishing
tank for all the mileage you're
lies
getting
that
out of
is
Nicky the
going to
Nose.
add to the
Remember
stupidity
Daddy
of the
Jim,
already
Nicky the
stupid
Nose,
fucking
nosed
internet.
it all. Also,
Like, are you
check
fucking
DMs.
kidding me, pals? Come on. You guys are better than this. Some of you, I know you got to be better than this. All right. It's got to, at the ending of the day, as a fluffy bear once said, you guys have to have some self-respect. You guys have to have something that tells you this is wrong. It's wrong to pass along this fucking degenerate coke addict as anything more than a degenerate coke addict. Come on, guys. I'm just telling you, you need to be better. Be better, guys. Okay? So we have more like Cry More Cokeada, that's a banger right there. We got this. Please, dude, stay off social media for now. Got Pod Awful saying get a lawyer. Andy Worski's girlfriend already said. You got this MrSEN guy right here, you know, the demon, the evil guy of the world, you know. Have a drink, Nick. Got Manic the Mechanic, ladies and gentlemen, saying stop it. You know, with a black gentleman, so that boosts it up by 10 right there. Got Larry Foreman. I'll be happy to represent you, Nick. I don't know what that is. You really need to reply to Jim as your first yeah, I gotta reply to Daddy Jim. Daddy Jim, no, don't listen to him. Because it's jeez, I didn't even think about that dynamic either. It's like Jim is just casually posting what's being said. And like, I'm pretty, like, here's the thing. Jim probably knows how, like, realistic this shit is in itself. So he is kind of, like, buying into it himself, like, just off surface level. And then people would be like, oh, that's really irresponsible. But it's like, at this point, it's more like a 90%. It's 95% probable to be true because Nick had for not even months, bro. It's been like years. Nick for years was saying how Kiwi farmers were liars and they were full of shit and they say horrible things about him that aren't true and shit. It's not true. And then it gets proven, like, it's like the Keffels thing, right? Because Keffels was crying and saying how everything wasn't true and stuff. And then, well, what do you know? It ended up being true. Rekieta and Keffels at this point are literally two sides of the same coin, in a sense. It's like they're both fucking drug addicts, right? They're both fucking irresponsible and put children in danger. Literally the same person at this point. You can draw the parallels in their own fucking twisted ways. It's fucking disgusting, bro. So everybody is supporting their own male version of Keffels right now, and it's actually fucking disgusting, bro. Like, what the fuck is this? It's never been more disgraceful time to be a Rekieta fan. It's never, because, like, you're condoning child abuse. You like that shit. You like Nick's pedophile jokes. You like Nick being a crack addict or a drug addict, whatever have you. You like Nick, you know, being a bad parent, even though you pretend like you guys aren't. You pretend like you love your children. You pretend like you're above all this shit. You know, it's like... It's never been more fucked up to be a Rekieta fan. Because it's like, Jesus fucking... And now you got it all on legal paper, bro. You got it all on legal paper. You got this fucking Nick Rekieta going around calling Monty a pedophile. It's like, well, is Monty the one that has that nice little charge of child endangerment with the you know, Nick, you know what else is on there? Like, no, that's not Monty. That's you, Nick. That's you and your fucking, you know, basic Becky wife. That's what you're dealing with right now. So it's like all the levels of irony there. It's hilarious. It's so funny. It's so funny, and I'm going to ensure that it continues on, and I'm sure other people are going to ensure that it continues on, right? Whether it be the Kiwi farms, whether it be like tweets, you know, a little bit of trolling, whatever it has. And I think the most important thing is that Rekieta himself is going to make sure it goes on because he can't fucking help himself. Because his first thing coming out of the slammer that he had to do was reply to Daddy Jim. And say, no, Daddy Jim, it's not true. Okay, best case scenario, he's saying, Daddy Jim, it's not true. Worst case scenario, he's trying to fucking go at, you know, Jim right now. Which that would probably be the worst case scenario for Nick. You know, best case scenario, he's, you know, cucking to Jim and saying, Daddy Jim, it's not true. Don't leave me, Daddy Jim. I need you to roast me. I can't believe Nick actually told Jim to fucking roast him. He's like, Daddy Jim, you can roast me, Daddy Jim. I need you to roast me. Like, this is This is the guy people were saying was like an alpha and a Chad, and it's like, I need a grown man's approval. I need a grown man to roast me. It's like, all right, bro. I need the cancer patient to roast me. The dog. Where is your self-respect, homie? It is in this crack pipe right here. Okay, it is in this fucking crack pipe. Okay, let's see here. Nick, don't listen to the backbenchers. Do your own thing. These people were simping for a drug-using, marriage-ruining, fetish-having whore and prostitute named Nala just a few weeks ago who's saved by a heresy church. These freaks don't have any morality or integrity. It's like, well, you just described Nick Rekieta, so, you know, I guess, I mean, they belong together, I guess. I'm just gonna take the side of the person or the people that weren't going ahead and preaching to be, you know, that weren't LARPing essentially for like 5 years and shit. I think my bet is probably better. I mean, funny enough on the internet people than fucking Nick Rekieta, which is again sad and funny at the same time. Not good, not good. So if you're not talking to your acquaintances rather than being on here, the situation is crazy, and I hope it will be resolved soon. People are more willing to believe a guy that lies about how big his dick is and how good he is in bed than you. You got a lot of effort ahead of you to regain the goodwill. Well, I mean, again, the guy that you're saying is lying about this shit, this trivial bullshit, by the way. You know, in the grand scheme of things, I mean, like, I don't even think he said he had a bigger dick than Nick. I think he said, "Oh, me and Nick have about the same," which isn't really saying that he has a bigger dick than Nick. He's just kind of like, I don't know. I feel like to the Aaron guy, the Cuck's defense, it's like there's a bunch of shit he could have said that would be just complete lies, which would be a strategic move, because think about it, if the Cuck would be spreading just blatant lies at this point, right, it would trigger Rekieta enough to say something which would fuck him, right? Or if the Cuck is like not like, he could lie, like he's in every position to lie, but it doesn't seem like he's going that far to lie. He even defends Nick, right? Whether that's his Cuck nature or whether he's just trying to keep it 100, he even defends Nick on some points, which is crazy. If you had an enemy, you don't want to fucking defend them at all. You just want to go in for the throat, and you want to go in for the kill. So I think the Cuck is pretty much, and given that the Cuck hasn't been lying to his entire audience for like 5+ years and grifting on the internet and lying about being a Christian guy and lying about not doing cocaine and lying about not being a drug addict and lying about not doing swinger shit, you know, and then calling Kiwi Farms all liars. I don't know, man. The Cuck seems more reliable than fucking Nick. It's just, that's simple deduction, pals. It's crazy. Nick, prayers to you and your family. May God help you. Yes, imaginary man in the sky, help you. Like, okay, so this is the most pathetic part where, like, the fucking Christians, not to make this a religious thing, but I think, like, the most pathetic part is, like, the fucking Christians that are coming into this and are still using the God LARP. Right? When, you know, Nick just took a shit all over your imaginary man in the sky, right? Like, you literally know that, right? Why are you applying God to where Nick, look at all the things Nick has done and then read the Bible and look at all the shit that Nick has violated, okay? You're really gonna tell me you're going to blasphemize your own imaginary man in the sky? Really? Like, what the fuck? These people are fucking delusional, bro. I'm not even trying to make it like a religion thing. I'm just saying you're fucking delusional if you're even going to apply this to Nick, because Nick fucked over your God. Nick is literally, like I said, these people are like predators preying for the stupidity of people on the internet. It's crazy. You find a stupid person on the internet, or you find a stupid group of people on the internet, and you gotta latch on to those idiots so that you can do them, like, take them for all their worth. You know, it's so disgusting, bro. And he does it with a smile on his face. This is how Nick fucking fucks all of you up the ass. This is how Nick, you know, everybody that's still believing him and they're still doing, oh, imaginary man in the sky will save you, Nick. You know, you were a blasphemous fake Christian, but the imaginary man in the sky will still save you. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Like, you guys are pathetic. Like, so sad. Praying you end up in jail and the children are taken away from you forever. That's base, though. That really should happen to Nick, to be honest. He should be met with, he should meet Tyrone, in prison. That's what I'm saying. You should meet Tyrone and you should be acquainted with Tyrone. That's all I'm saying, you know? Hoping this is enough to win me a bet, but you also need to start a stream and focus on gym too. Thank you in advance. That's the cursed Sonichu medallion right there. Talk about your justification for leaving an accessible weapon and ammo around your children for easy access. Explain yourself. Well, that's an easy explanation. Ugh, my Second Amendment. I'm hardcore, dog. I'm like a Second Amendment representative. This is not neglectful parenting. This is not putting my children in danger. This is just America. You know, this is just America and me being badass and cool. That's literally how it's going to be trivialized. You know that, right? You guys know that. It's going to be, that's the grift, baby. That's the grift. My Second Amendment, dog. This is literally a defense I could see being posted like in anywhere of these defense streams for Nick. Whoa, the Second Amendment, and it's cool, and it's based, and children having guns is based, and shit like that's literally what they're gonna do. Dude, I'll put $10 on it. Okay, my broke ass will put $10 on that being a defense for Nick in the future. It's cool. It's badass. Children need to learn. It's like, yeah, bro. Do it. Yeah, let's go. Real life Call of Duty. Let's fucking go. Oh shit. The frog person says, Nick, you need to get off Twitter and go to the NA meeting. People may never respect you again. But through recovery, you can find a better way and find some inner peace and healthier ways to live. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to happen, but... This person say, even if he was lying, nothing you say now will help you. Stay off the cocaine and don't try to debunk the narrative. Save that for your next stream when you make a sober, keyword being sober, examination of the allegations against you. So, I mean, that's really what we have to kind of look forward to, in a sense, or just, you know, like, the next trash fire, okay? Because it's either going to be an epic fucking trash fire of epic proportions, or it's going to be, I don't know, him sobered up and shit. GG Evans, I didn't hear that. TTS goes up, but thank you for the... For the 10, here's a little something to top off your tank for the mileage you're getting out of Nicky the Nose. Remember, Danny Jim, Nicky the Nose knows it all. Also, check DMs. Already have that bet covered. Wait, what happened? What are you talking about? What's going on, GG Evans? Check DMs. What's Andy Monty called it? Oh, that. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, I almost forgot. Okay, I was planning to put this on a video too, and I think this was like one of the things where I'm like, oh, this aged pretty fucking properly. Let me see. This one right here. Former second in command, GG Evans, posted this. Right here, let's see. So this is actually Monty. I actually have a poll right now where I'm asking you guys who won, and Monty's on it too. So far, 19% of you say Monty won. 36% of you say Kiwi Farms won. 11% of you got to be trolling because you said Nick won. And neck and neck with the Farms, Sen won 34%. So we're doing good, man. We're doing good. All right. What are you bringing up God into, dude? Trying to be fucking edgy? Real questions. No, Nick is a fucking sleazebag. You're just being disrespectful for no reason. No, my dudes, he literally brought up God himself, or they brought up your people. All right, your people brought up God, okay, into this. And it's not even just on those tweets, bro. It's been on some of my fucking comments section too. So it's a topic that I've been wanting, like, kind of bring up. It's like, my guys, you guys gotta stop with like the whole cope of like God will forgive Nick because God forgives anything or some shit. That's what you're trying to dumb it down to, and it's so fucking weird because it's like that doesn't make any fucking sense. Because I just then reply, I'm like, God doesn't approve of child abuse, and this is literal child abuse, and then nobody fucking says anything. It's crazy. I guess what I'm trying to say, if you're Christian, don't fucking support Nick. You should be burying him. right? Don't be because then you're a fake Christian. All right, I'm gonna say it. If you support Nick Rekieta and you're Christian, you're a fake Christian, dog. Because there ain't no real legit Christian that's going to fucking support a degenerate like Nicholas Rekieta. And like, again, it's like he's broken most, if not all, of your rules that you've established for your life. Now, like, you want to fucking try to find some divine. Oh, let's bring back Nick by using Christianity and God to. It's like you guys are fucking retarded, dog. Oh, hello, Shops. How's it going, bud? Legal Mindset is not with Nick. I saw a and I'm sorry, I didn't have chat pulled up or whatever. I have it now. So I'll like listen to read off some shit. I saw Legal Mindset make a fuck. You know what? I'll just look at. There was like a stream or whatever, right? And this was scheduled for today in the morning, I believe it happened. Let me check it. Legal Mindset. Okay. Oh, here it is. Nick Rekieta's best defense over here. So it was like 7 hours ago. Let me put it up on the screen for you. Yeah, so here's Legal Mindset. Tommy Rossetti over here with the best response or the best defense for Nick Rekieta, the Constitution. Now, I mean, some people took it as, including me, you know, as well, why would you want to give the best defense for Nick Rekieta at this point, right? But I mean, I guess it could just be content, you know. I guess it could just be like the contrarian-ish shit. You know, you can assume their intentions at this point. You know, it is Tommy Rossetti we're talking about, right? An old capo for Nicholas over here. So it could go either way. You know, it could swing in either direction. You don't know. You never know. I guess. I personally am swinging more into like the, why do you want to give a defense for this degenerate asshole kind of thing, you know? But again, it could just be content. I'll say that, you know, it could just be content, you know, because it is the interwebs, it is YouTube. Let's see here. When is our collab? Never, Nisa. Get the fuck out of here. He saw the evil in Nick, and him wearing the Sonichu medallion only brought it sooner. Yes, the evil. I don't know if you guys saw how that even happened. Basically, somebody mailed Nick some fucking cursed medallion and shit, and Nick thought he was hot shit, so he put on the fucking medallion, and he thought nothing bad was gonna happen. And then from then on out, shit got really fucking bad. I mean, again, just watch the Medicare stream. Medicare fucking... that was a masterpiece, as I said. It was hilarious. But yeah, let me play this fucking clip. So this is Gigi Evans here. Monograph, you know.
So they accept it.
This is a monograph, I guess, describing what's going to happen. This is Nick being like a, you know, a fucking... just being his annoying self, as per usual. Because, you know, Nick is just an annoying human being in general.
And let it all slide, and it gets worse and worse and worse. You
That's
know
right.
what? Chances are, that dude is going to do something incredibly horrible in real life.
There's my future.
He's going to be arrested, and all these somebody attorneys on the law tubes, YouTubes, are going to be so
They're gonna do
embarrassed.
something
They're going to
horrible?
be trying to scoot themselves away, but it'll
Yes.
be too late.
Oh, I can't wait. What am I going to do?
Chances are.
Chances are.
That's his mentality. That's how I look at it. I'm not a psychiatrist or a psychologist,
Wait, but you just said that was my mentality.
right? No, sir, no, ma'am. So they-
yeah, he really lost his touch, didn't he? Like, he's such a pompous little prick, man, Nick. He's like, but you just said that's my I mean, it must be Nostradamus up in this bitch too. You know, a little bit of Senstradamus rubbed off on Monty here because yeah, he kind of called it, and it's like I'm sorry, it's just fucking hilarious, man. It's just fucking amazing. I want to read this. What is this quote? Nick, forget Jim making fun of your situation. That's Jim. He does that to everyone. He doesn't, on the other hand, make a sincere plea to whom he's making fun of like he did for you. Please listen, and best of luck to you. Sincerely, I'm still subscribed to your channels. It's never too late, brother. It's never too... Yeah, sure. Whatever you say, bro. But they're partially right because yeah, that's one of the things. People were like, did you see Jim did make a plea, like a sincere, legit plea for Rekieta to fucking get his shit together and stuff and stop being like, you know, a drug addict and a bad parent and stuff. And I was like, yeah, I saw that. I mean, I guess that's because fucking Medicre's dying right now. And he's like, because there's another thing that Medicre did that was kind of out of character the other day. And I called it out. Like, I mean, I saw it and I pointed it out, right? I didn't really make a video on it because I'm like, well, it doesn't fucking matter. But I did point it out to a couple people. I'm like, why is Medicre, the guy that has like the legacy for doing this and that, and essentially being like, you know, the bully on the internet or whatever you want to call him, badass on the internet, you know, why is he now to the point where, like, I think it was for that Mersh idiot, he's showing like his medical bullshit for Mersh and every one of these degenerates and stuff to essentially be like, look, I actually am dying or whatever. Because it's like, well, the old Medicre or the Medicre from before wouldn't give a shit, right? He wouldn't need to prove himself to the internet land or whatever. So I felt like that was a little out of character. But then I think about it, and I think I got this response from somebody. It was like, oh, he had a moment of weakness because of, you know, because of what's going on. Because, yeah, this guy is dying of fucking cancer. That's probably the reason why. So, you know, my robot autist mind has to think and be like, oh, you know what? That's kind of probable. Okay, I see it. I kind of see it. I have to stop being a cynic for a second. I'm like, yeah, I can kind of see it. And that's how I can kind of like explain away the reason why he's making this plea to Rekieta. I don't know, man. Maybe the Sonchu medallion just fucked him up. You know, and that's when things intensify. That's when the demon took over. I don't know, but yeah, some people did notice that it was kind of like strange and out of character for Jim to make this like plea for Rekieta to stop being a piece of shit, you know, stop being a bad parent and stop doing this and that. And I already kind of went over why, if it was legit, if it was sincere, it's explainable to an extent. If it was like more Medicre covering his bases, he did a good job because, again, like, he doesn't come off as just like that asshole. Like, he doesn't come off like Ralph, right? Like Ralph backstabbing somebody or whatever is like, you know, worst time or whatever. He does, like, he roasts the shit out of Rekieta for like 4 hours, right? Like, that's, like I said, he didn't pull any punches back. And then he tops it off with like, okay, I roasted the shit out of you. I gave you the intervention that your own fucking friends, you know, your internet friends, whether it's like Kumalot or, you know, any other fucking idiot out there, a Star Wars girl or anything. I gave you the shitty intervention that your friends couldn't. I did what your fucking, you know, degenerate real life people, whether it's like fucking Drexel the groomer or anybody. I fathered you live on air. I did what is the most logical thing to do, because it's like, I saw a tweet or two and saying, oh, we talked to Nick behind the scenes, but he didn't listen. And this is coming from people that usually can't take no for an answer, in terms of like, if you guys want to lambast somebody live on air, you fucking do it, motherfuckers. Like, I've seen you. I've seen the fangs you put out there, bro. I know the energy you guys give out. It's kind of funny that you didn't give that energy to this guy. You didn't put Nick Rekieta on the spot, whether it be one of your podcasts, whether it just be a casual stream, whether it be a video. You never did that. But Medicre will fucking do that. I mean, again, I'm not trying to be a Medicre fanboy. I've even disagreed. I literally made a video saying Medicre fell off like a year ago or some shit, okay? So, believe me when I say this is 100% the way I see it in this entire situation. Medicre is the fucking realest. Probably the best online friend Nick had. Or has, depending on where it's gonna go. Everybody else is, come on, no, kind of skating on that line of like, come on, guys, really? You really couldn't get in contact with Nick like that? You really couldn't get it through his silly little coked up head? It had to be the cancer patient? It had to be the cancer patient that's like semi-retired? Come on, guys, what are you doing? What are you getting showed up by the cancer patient? A cancer man. Fucking crazy. Fucking crazy. Then we got, yes, Nick track marks always just appear on good and trustworthy people, but your arresting officer, the booking officer, and the other just lied. Maybe they're Scandinavian prudes. Welcome back, Bros. Prayers for the farm, for you, fam. Oh God, I almost said prayers for the farms. Holy shit, bro. Prayers for the farms. I think, yeah, the farms are eating good tonight, my dude. All right, it's just so over. And how did I get your clout level? How did I get your? I don't know, food shops. I really don't know. I guess you just got lucky. All right, I guess you just got lucky. All right. Let's see here. What else do we got? Sending prayers to you, Nick and Kayla, and your children. We know you will come back together stronger and better. God fucking damn it. Let's see what else he said. Has he said anything other than that? Let's see. Oh God, a lot of fucking scrolling. I probably will do a stream where I'm just checking up on like any posts that appear to be interesting. No, as of now, like the only thing he's done is like comment on Jim like about 8 hours ago and shit. And then like the self-deprecation, I guess. Nick is trying to be a funny. Oh, wow. So I guess these fucking likes were legit. So he's liking. Oh, Jesus. All right. Well, yeah, I guess he is coping. Why is he liking so many Dax Herrera tweets? Jesus. Rock bottom equals streaming drunk for millions of dollars. Daxy pad. That didn't age well, did it? Bro, listen, man. Dax, surely Dax can't escape forever, right? It's gonna come full circle for this guy eventually, right? Because I mean, we've already had Ralph. There are a bunch of other people. We had Nick, right? It's only a matter of time. It has to be. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe Dax Herrera will like survive everybody. All right. Maybe he'll outlive literally everybody. Okay. Yeah, that's been about an hour though, right? That's what I wanted to do though. I just wanted to do a quick hour, a quick live Twitter versus, so to speak. Because the Cuck stream is like we're essentially like the stream you can find it yourself. I think it's on Kino Casino Clips. Wait, let me see. I know Elisa is doing like a bunch of clipping from that, so maybe we'll check out those things at a later day. Kino Casino. Yeah, it's on Kino Casino Clips. Okay, so yeah, you can literally watch the entire thing. And it's 3 hours, so it's a fucking watch. But I think I'm gonna wait for Elisa to get the clips and put them out there, and then I'll watch the segments. Because to watch an entire like 1 hour thing, like, even in pieces, it feels like, I don't know, the irony in this, like super fucking lazy and super fucking stupid, and super fucking weird as well. And fuck, I think I'd rather be doing other things as well. That might be a thing. Shit, I'm a YouTuber. I rely on parasociality. I probably shouldn't have said that out loud. Oof. All right, whatever. Doesn't matter. But if you want to see the entire thing in itself, yeah, you can go see it. It's 3 hours. Even if you watch 1 hour of it, some of the stories there. Or you could join me on fuck, when are we gonna do it? Friday. We'll probably, by then it's gonna be like 4 days. So Elisa will probably have the good segments up. I am also going to go ahead and be making videos this entire week as well. Like I said, I'm going to cover every little bit of Rekieta's downfall. I'm going to go ahead and, well, is milking the right word? I guess. Quote unquote milking. I don't know. We're just gonna talk a lot of shit about Nick. We're just gonna chronicle his downfalls, any little thing, you know. And I'm gonna put out a bunch of shorts. I'm gonna put out like a good amount of streams. I'm gonna put out a bunch of videos. It's good shit. It's good shit, ladies and gentlemen. It's good shit. But yeah, thank you for coming to this impromptu stream. All right. Looks the poll. All right. Look at that. 37% say. 37% Kiwi Farms won. Okay, 31% say that I won, which is the right answer. It's a good answer. Okay. All right. We came second to the farms. That's all right. Next time we'll beat him. Next time we'll beat him. Monty came in 21%, third place. And we got Nicholas Robert Rekieta, the coke addict, coming in dead last. It is what it is. Can you delve into the Claire Bear rumors? I can, because I think I'm going to start covering shit like this in the future, this type of content. Yeah, I'll probably make a Discord where you can add like topics of sorts, but I will be delving into those things. Just send me a DM on Twitter. All right, I'll put my, or X, whatever the fuck you want to call it. People still call it Twitter for some reason. Here's my X account, whatever you want to call it. Go ahead and send me whatever there, and I'll cover it in a video. I'll make it a topic or something. Yeah, and that's how we're gonna do it. That's what we're gonna do, ladies and gentlemen. All right, but appreciate you guys for stopping by. I'll see you in the next stream. Probably gonna be our Friday stream. All right. Have a good rest of your night, guys. Enjoy the rest of this glorious Memorial Day.